Right now, in a standard class, often a legal class, it's very textually based. Thanks to having all the materials online in a class supported by H2O, I can have a huge projector behind me with all of the day's cases, each in a separate tab, and all the faces around the room are oriented up and towards the well of the room rather than nose buried in the book in their own little world. The H2O project has, at its most basic level, an aspiration to replace the legal casebook. Our effort here is to be able to take the first-year curriculum online with free and open materials so that the students don't have to pay anything for the materials they're using. It'll change the experience in a couple ways. First, it will mean the student can easily see what she's missing. Where there are pieces of the cases omitted, on a paper version, those pieces are just gone. In our digital version, there's always an ellipsis and you can see what you're missing. Second, it will mean the student can add annotations. Instead of highlighting with a traditional marker or writing in the margins, annotations of any length can be entered directly into the point of the case where the student might have a question or a comment, and the student can highlight as well. And those annotations can be trivially shared with any other users of the system. I see it ultimately as students being able to understand better what they're reading, and it gives the students a chance at influencing the next iteration of the syllabus and therefore the course. There's a couple ways in which this influences the teaching experience. Our materials are not just sort of double-click here and it'll be a PDF of a book, but rather, here's what we call an intellectual playlist. And it's almost like a playlist on iTunes or some other music player, where you can see for your day on negligence per se, a list of cases right down the line. And the student can read them one at a time. And our hypothesis, it'll be tested by this, is that we will see interesting adaptations made of the standard favorite syllabi that will then themselves be reintroduced back into our H2O ecosystem. So we'll be interested to look for patterns in how people interpret the cases and to see if some existing patterns, some cases that are known as classics, and they show up everywhere, are truly classics. And people will try teaching a course without one or two and maybe have modern counterparts to them. And again, we'll see which ones feel more satisfying to the students and to the teachers. And in fact, within our system, we can keep a genealogy. We can know which syllabi elements came from elsewhere. And there's even then a way for a professor to understand how her work has influenced others in the ecosystem. Our hope and our design of this is not to be law specific. Any course that has text around which the students are expected to gather and read and comment is something suitable for this platform. Our next step is to see about adoption of this at other schools. And we're looking to see how to offer in a way that makes it scalable support for people who want to switch over to this platform. And we would measure our success by how many classrooms, it turns out, start adopting this stuff.